To grow up here is very evil, I would say, because there are a lot of stuff you see. If you start being a gangster, you won't get out. Yeah, you can't guarantee if you're gonna live tomorrow, because you're dead already.
Okay, here we go. Another episode. This is the twin part. My name is Kawan Charles, and this is my twin brother Cameron Charles. Today we have another exceptional story. But before I proceed, one day I'm on the greens, and the gentleman to my right came to me and said, "Kawan, you know what? I have a story to tell. I'm looking for a platform." So when we started the podcast, I told my brother Cameron, Karriem Moses. We need to get Mr. Moses on this podcast. He has an incredible story about resilience, about hope, and about not giving up. Mr. Moses, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm excellent, man.
Yeah, I recall that day clearly, and I was standing there, and I was actually telling my son Zubair.
Yeah.
I was saying, listen, I think I need to tell the story, man. For those people out there, maybe going through the same thing or whatever. You never know how it can help, And then they're like, you know what? Speak to the twins.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now, what made you realize that you want to tell your story?
You see, if you look at today's life and you see these youngsters, most of the youngest,
Yeah.
they die at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
And I've been through that, with God's will I survived,
Yeah.
43 years old today. So I think sometimes you don't get those type of people that try to guide these ones anymore.
Okay.
The youngsters. Like I grew up with the generation that used to be harsh and hard, but there was a reason for that. Our moms and dads, our aunties and uncles and buddies, friends, moms, they used to hit us and it was okay.
Okay.
So I think by telling it, maybe it would be some guideline for those one person.
Absolutely.
Or even two.
And by it, right, it will be revealed later. Promise you. Mr. Moses, some background, childhood memories, where you grew up, where you attended school, and some experiences there.
I was born technically in District 6.
Okay, that's interesting.
Unfortunately, due to apartheid rules, etc., we were forced out to move in the Cape Flats areas,
Okay.
as known as Cape Flats. So I basically grew up in Manenberg. So as my mom told me, I was like 2 years old or something when we moved here, And I don't know if you guys know, but those schools on that side is from the first ones that was built here,
Okay.
That's why you'll notice when it's load shedding, certain parts go off and certain parts go with an overpower.
Yes,
Because the way it's connected.
Okay.
So this is an apartheid legacy.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
The Cape Flats wasn't just built for less privileged people. There's a deeper understanding.
Yeah.
But one day we can go on that again. Anyway, so I grew up in Manenberg. What I can say for me, like people would ask, how's it to grow up in Manenberg? For me, it was normal because I was a child. It's not like I had anything to worry about or anything, So I went to, I attended Red River Primary. And obviously I attended Silver Stream, which I heard now it's closed.
It's a technical school now.
Yeah.
So a school
of skills.
A school of skills, yes.
Oh, okay, I see. Yes. So I attended Silver Stream as high school.
Did you complete school?
Not really. I will get to the part where actually I dropped out school on high school. I think standard 8.
Bro, we're too young, bro. We have grade now.
No, which is grade? I think it's grade. What is standard 8?
Standard 8 is grade 6.
Grade 6 primary school. No?
No.
I don't know.
Grade standard 8 is on high school. We used to go till standard 5 on primary.
Standard 8 is grade 10. It's grade 10.
Grade 10.
Yeah, standard 8 is grade 10.
Okay.
Is it?
I think so. please comment there. Please comment.
Anyway, which is standard 8, those people of my age will understand what I'm saying. So standard 8 would be like, if my daughter is now grade 8,
Okay.
which is supposed to be standard 6.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
And then so grade 9 would be
Then 7.
standard 7.
Yeah.
So anyway, I dropped out due to certain reasons. You know, when you grow up, especially in a place like Manenberg, etc., Nederveld, Noble Park, we don't always grow up with the luxury of having everything, you know. So we grow up by seeing other people having things that you all desire.
Okay.
And sometimes it leads you to certain parts, you know, in order to acquire those things that you so really want, you know. Unfortunately, due to your mom and your dad's circumstances, they are not able to provide those extra.
Mr. Moses, were you a naughty child? The
I
story
wouldn't,
is
say, I wouldn't say naughty. I wouldn't say naughty. I would say that I was a child loved dearly by my parents.
okay.
I can't remember one night I went to sleep without food. You know, she made sure of that. My
Yes.
father and my mother. I have 4 siblings. You know, so we're 5 together. I'm the middle one.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers, one older, one younger. Unfortunately, my eldest brother passed on.
Okay.
And then I have 2 sisters, which is the one older, one younger. So I'm the middle, you know. I'm the middle one. I was always very smart in school. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I was very smart in school. My daughter get it by me. That's why she always get A's. And I always tell my wife,
Yeah.
not by you. You understand? So I was very smart. In fact, I used to always, from primary school right up, I used to be like first, second, you know. So I never had an issue with school, you know. The issue came along when I started drifting off the path of, how can I say, which your mother wanted you to stay. That made me leave school. It's nothing like the pressure was too much, you know.
Do you think now it was the lack of opportunities or the peer pressure that time? Or both?
To be honest, I think it's the curiosity
To explore?
to explore, yes. The need for something that you have never experienced, you know, so and you see it out there. And you must remember the time like I said, I had an older brother, you know, so he was part of this.
Okay.
And I could see the things that he has.
And you look up to him.
Yes, as
Okay.
as a role model. You know, and at that time I never saw like this is this. I saw these people as wise guys, you know, as guys that know how to get stuff done, you know. And I can make this difference between today's life and those days. Those days, people didn't join organizations or gangs in order for publicity or to oppress other people. It was more about to provide, you know. And
Freedom to take.
yes, it's not like they wanted to do it. They did it because they see the mom, the dad is struggling.
There's no other way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Today, they do it to show you, I can do something to you. They have the publicity. It's not about that. It was never ever about that. You know.
It was in reaction to apartheid.
Exactly. It was like a to show that we can still survive without your support. We don't need you. Like not in sense of the community, but in sense of the government. And if you look at back in the days, you will see the people of those times, the wise guys, they used to take care of the communities surrounding them, respect the communities. I'm not saying it's a good thing but I'm saying if you look at the ethics that they had, the respect they had for elders, the respect, up until today, you will find someone that's from that time. If you see your auntie, you will stand up and you will let the auntie sit. But if you see a youngster today, she will sit on or he will sit on. You understand? So, as I was saying, he was part of this, and I wanted that also, you know.
That feeling, that curiosity.
You know, that this is mine.
Now, when did you decide today I'm going to explore?
I wouldn't say it's a thing that just happens. It's a thing that's gradually happening, you know, as time goes. You first start, you know, going there and standing there. And you must remember, as I said, my brother's body keep on chasing me away. Because I was like, what, 13 years old? When you go to high school, you were like 13?
How old was he at the time?
He was, let me see, my sister's 5. 37. He's 5 years older than me. He's 6 or 7. So we would have been now 50.
Okay.
He would have been 50, yeah. So that time when I was 13, he was about 20 or 18.
18 so.
But to think that he was 20 years old and he still had that maturity
Yes.
to say, hello, reis toe.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it brings us to a point actually. Like I said, sometimes we stand and it seems so perfect, but once you get inside, you see the difference. There's rules, there's regulations, and all those things. But from the outside, it seems like this is having a fun time, a party.
When you inside again,
Yeah.
is it easy or is it a bit to get out?
I think it depends on you as a person, as
Okay.
an individual. It's like I say, it's not for everybody. I will always encourage whoever's with me, as you guys know, soccer players.
Mm.
Sometimes my wife doesn't understand why I operate with the youngsters and they would just like me. They say because whenever they sit with me, the conversation is good. It's nothing about you must do this and that. It's all about don't do this,
Yes.
don't do that. So I'm saying it depends on the individual. Why I say so, you can either make it or break it. It's you can either prosper in it or just stay where you are.
You know what, Karim, my biggest fear is that is phasing out, man. The part where we have adults like trying to prevent kids from joining.
Yeah.
You see? So that last stretch, I mean, in the last stretch now, where adults are trying to prevent, many of them are not. They are encouraging.
Yes, I think it's the mentality also. Let me give you a bit of history about gangsterism.
Okay.
Okay? Gangsterism is not something created in ghetto areas. Gangsterism is created by the government. Hypothetically speaking, I'm going to make an example. If I take 50 people and I squeeze them in this place here, and I tell them to stay there, over a month, what do you think is going to
It'll
happen?
be chaos.
It's going to be chaos.
Now they start killing
But
each other.
because of chaos, I cannot fight them all for 49 alone. I'm going to start making friends with this.
Yes.
Always, this is our piece
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We're going to protect these 2 couches.
Yeah.
This is ours.
Yeah.
Anyone that comes here, we're going to fight them.
Yeah.
That's gangsterism. That's exactly what happened. So we are all squeezed in 1-bedroom apartments together, and we're all squeezed in courts, and then you will start notice these people of these communities start standing together because other communities come here and gangsterism must come. It's created through the government.
Do you ever think that we were able to change that system?
I don't think so. First of all, it like I said, it's created from there, so it will never change at the bottom because it will all be fed from the top. So you need to change the top part in
Yes.
order to bring the message down.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
So whether we can fight against it with all our will and power, but we're not gonna eradicate it. It's not gonna happen, unless it is really something that wants to come from the top.
Do you think if they should change the law on top, maybe for example death penalty, bring it back? Do you think it will change?
No.
Why?
Because you basically part of this thing that there's only 2 ways out. You either go to prison or you death. So you already got a death sentence. So death penalty is gonna scare 1 or 2 people, but the reality is not gonna sink in while it's still just being said there. Until you sit on a chair, then it sinks in. It's like going to prison.
Yeah.
The reality only sinks in
When you're there.
not even at Portsmouth.
Where? When
Where?
you're on your way.
Exactly.
In the bucket.
When you're on the bucket, I'm gonna tell you something. Word of the truth. The further you go, you only start seeing 2 colors, which is grey and brown. Because all the grass going further, there's no green grass. It's
Wow.
brown, and once you get there, and then that colors become like the colors you will see for however long
Yeah.
you're gonna be there.
Seeing that we a bit drafting now the part of prison.
Yeah.
How long were you in prison for?
I went to prison 2001. I came out 2010.
Yes.
Yo, you made the World Cup, my bro.
I actually told them I'm gonna make the World Cup, and I did go. I would go watch Cameroon. But before that, I want to tell you guys about something. While I was now
Yeah.
joined, something happened to me in 1998. I was actually shot 6 times. with other people. Some of them you will know, Gavin.
I know, Gavin. Similar
Yes,
steady.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Gavin. And there was the other guy. There was 5 more people with, and this other girl. So we were at this house in Conover Road, in Sea Point. This is 1997, 98, end of 97. So like to New Year's side,
Yeah.
And we were having a braai, and I remember clearly. There's 3 other girls who was with me, Fatima, Yumna, and Isla. And we were chilling. So on the porch, it's like burglar bar on top, and with the 2 gates.
Okay.
And we were chilling, and we were sitting there, and then they just all went quiet. And I was like, what's happening here? And this is actually the first time I'm talking about it, But I think it's important to also let people get understand the
Yeah.
seriousness of the situation. And then they went quiet, and I looked at him, and as I looked around, there's a guy standing behind me with a ski mask on the guy.
Yes, yes.
And he's telling me to close the gate, you know. And I have 2 options. I can try to run, which I think in that split-second decision, I was like, nah, if I'm gonna run, he's gonna shoot me through my head. Let me just close the gate. But I close the gate, I go inside, to find there's another 2 guys ski mask, and all the other guys are already sitting on their knees, like execution stuff. And I was sitting there thinking, and I'm telling you, this is so I'm about 16 to 17 years old that time, thinking, I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna die. Because there's 3 guys standing in front of me, ski mask, and I'm sitting on my knees in a row. The one guy comes, he shoots the one girl, Isla, just through the face, just randomly. Yeah, just I think it's to prove a point, just to like say we are not here for jokes. These talks there, I'm starting to stream, my mind is scrambling, all this thing. And then the other guy come and he says, shoot everybody dead.
Yo.
And they start shooting. I was shot 6 times, also you kid.
Yeah.
Then you can just add it there. I was shot 6 times, I was about 12 hours in the operation room. But God's will, I survived. I'm the only one out of all, everyone survived.
How though?
You see, I played dead,
You play dead.
I played dead, yes, because honestly, I played dead like you see in the movies. I did that.
You see, execution style. So they wanted.
Yes, so we were sitting on our knees in a row, and they were standing there.
It was shooting like this.
And once they said, kill everybody, they just start shooting. So I'm shot here, you can see.
Yeah.
Like, but all my shots is right down on this side, so because I was laying So there's one particular shot, I think it made them think that it's in my face because of.
You covered.
Yeah, I blocked, and it's probably like splattered in my face. So I was saying I was keeping me dead because the one person actually stood up, and the other one I was like, this guy's not dead yet. And it's like, but in Afrikaans, obviously, there was nothing to it. And he just turned around and said, shot him again. And I was like, fuck, it's just like, it's still here. Eventually that thing passed. I heard him going out by the rooms and stood up. Do you know, I literally walked down Conover Road, out by the house. We stayed right on top that double story. I walked down Conover one day when we were Conover Road. You will notice there's like a small sports bar hotel on the corner. I walked down there, right down the road, walked. I can clearly remember what I had on. I had a pair of black Nikes on, sky blue. I will never forget that day, sky blue jean, and like a 3-button sweater, I went to go sit against like a wall or something there. I remember the paramedics came by me. They asked me, "Are you shot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just shot here." At that moment, the guy's like, "Whoa, don't move," because now it started like sewing through the clothes. He's like, "You shot far more than once." Just later, and now I'm going in panic mode. And luckily for me, fortunately, I survived that.
Were you the only survivor?
Yes. Someday we can Google it, Pagat shooting, because there was this organization which was called Pagat, People Against Gangsters and Incarceration. They still today, it's a different version. It was so claimed that it was apparently.
Do you ever get flashback moments?
I think I buried it, you know, like so deep, and I accepted. First, I buried it, and then when I went to prison, I evolved. Let's put it that way,
Okay.
you know, and I kind of accepted it and embraced it, you know, and like if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't become the person I am today. You know?
Understand.
So it had to happen because before that, many things happened. I never opened my eyes, so it had to happen.
It had to happen. Yes. So, and prison.
Prison is a story on its own. Yeah, so I went to prison in 2001, also for armed robbery, you know, like I said, the desires and you wanted more, you know, you wanted more. And now you must remember I had a child at that time. I Mr Karriem Moses.
Okay.
So he was one.
AKA Bairi.
He was 1 year old, yeah, 1 year old,
Okay.
you know. So the hustle was hard. It was to get.
You have to provide.
You have to provide. Yeah, it's not a justification.
I get you.
You know, it's
Yes.
not a justification. It's just not. We were never given always the best choices to make the best options to make the best choices.
Get you.
So we went there about doing that. Went to prison because I ended up at Portsmouth, you know, trial and all those things. You know. And then this one day, and me and a couple of buddies were together. And then one day they decided that everybody's going home, but I'm not going home. You know. And I got sentenced 20 years.
Yo.
10 years in, and another 10 years in concurrently with the first thing, you know. Depends on my good behavior and
Okay.
whatever, you know. So I went to prison, and that's when it set in. When I drove in that truck, you
Yeah.
know, because at Portsmouth it was still like, you know, I get visits every day. I wear my new tackies. I wear my,
Lekker.
you know, I'm still carrying.
Yeah.
But so when I went there, you know, they put you that orange
Yo.
Versace tunic on, you know. You can make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can make it Gucci, Versace, you know. It's up to you, but it stays orange though, you know, with the prisoner
Yeah.
thing. So I'm sitting at the back, and you must remember they still gave me a big one because, like mom said, I'm not very tall,
Yeah.
you know. So they didn't cater for my size anyway.
They never went to the juvenile academy.
So we went there in the truck. Oh my god, it was terrible. The driver was terrible. Drove about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, you know, because they take you far away, you know. Went to prison, came to Voorweg prison. It's a whole different scenario, if you can say, a different world, you know, because you literally cut off from the outside world.
Did you play soccer in prison?
Eventually, I did, yes.
Oh.
It's actually where I started playing soccer again, you know.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, much younger, I used to play. I was actually a striker, you know. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I was a striker.
Zavi?
So when I joined again inside, but eventually I started, you know, in prison it's a challenge on its own also. It's because it's like I say, it's either make you or break you. It can either make you a better person, you evolve, or it just keeps you where you are. It depends on you as a person, as an individual. For me, I took the moment I got there, I realized I fucked up, you know.
Yeah.
And I need to develop my brain. I need to change because my mind, it cannot stay on this level where I think this is fun, you know. I need to do something better because I have a child outside, you know. And in order for me to be that person he needs in his life when I come out, I need to change my mindset.
So you mentioned, sorry now, but you mentioned that Zubair was 1 year old when you went in.
Yes.
So you didn't see him for 9 years. Or would it come
I actually did. A lot of people say they mustn't let children come to prison. Not at first, when he was much older, like 5 years old or whatever.
Okay.
But I believed also to tell I told his mom, don't ever lie to him. Say to him, your daddy is in prison because he did something wrong.
Yeah.
That happens to people. It's too harmful things to other people.
Wow, man.
And I think that was a major thing that you guys know Zubair, you know,
Yes.
his way, his character, he doesn't
Mm.
tolerate, he
Yeah.
doesn't, you know. And I think it's because I made that decision there, you know. I read a book when I was there, and I would suggest you guys must read. I should read a lot. See, you guys look at me like, no, really,
You're not scared.
you're
We don't-
reading books.
You don't scout.
It's, I'm out of the author's name, but it's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits
Of highly
Highly
effective people.
After reading that book, I had a total different perception of the world.
Wow.
And that book does that to you, you know. And I started realizing, no, I need to do better, you know, for myself first in order to do better for other people.
Yeah.
You know? Because you cannot love someone else if you can't love yourself, you know. So I started attending school. I started doing soccer,
Wow.
cricket. I played all the sports you can play that which was available there. In fact, I passed, what is this now, grade 10, grade 11, with 7 A's.
In prison.
Yes. 3 A plus, 7 A's. I got a distinction for tourism. I got, I actually won money by the government because I got the highest points, and then it came there to prison, the deputy minister of education.
What?
I actually should have brought that photos with it.
Please send it to us and then we put it on the pod before we
Yeah.
I'm
start.
gonna take the photos out and I'm gonna show you. And then I actually won the whole bunch of dictionaries and all that stuff because I was so intelligent. And they encouraged me to stay.
To stay in prison.
Like, I mean, like, come on.
They needed you.
They literally, you know, I used to do this thing because I'm so good at math and
Yeah.
stuff. Now, math is many ways to solve a problem.
Yeah.
You know? So the teachers used to do this thing, and I sit there and I'm like, okay, I can see this. And then he goes out and I solve the problem. And he was
Mm.
like, Mr. Karriem, you're cheating. And how did you get this? I said, I'm not cheating. I said, is there only one way? He's like, no. I say, so how can it be? I can reverse it also for you, just to show you. And then they never used to believe
Yeah.
me that I went out standard 7, 8 and all, say 8 and all. They thought I was a matriculant, you know, because so I was actually quite smart if I can give it to myself.
Okay. I have a very serious question to ask you, no? But don't be offended.
Okay.
Kanala, brother, man. What's wrong with United?
Finish something.
What's wrong with the team, man?
Come on, man, you know. I think they're going through a phase also.
Yeah.
It's a very
They
long
need
fight,
to
mate.
come to change their mindset, you know, also. To realize they cannot go on
Yeah.
in this manner, you know. Yeah. But I don't know, my bro. But like I said, I came out of prison.
Yeah.
2010. I will never forget.
Yeah, World Cup, World
6th
Cup.
of April. I went to the stadium. I came out. One of everybody's watching. You want to go watch a game? I
Wow.
went to watch Cameroon and Netherlands.
What's
I
Netherlands
went
play?
to go watch Robin himself. Me and Bieber,
Mm.
Justin.
Yeah. Who played Robin and
They brought
Snyder?
Robin up. Snyder started in the middle. I saw those buddies. in
was
person.
the striker at the time?
So a big what's his name?
Antelara.
Antelar, yeah.
Antelara.
That Bruce is the first thing he hit the ball. Everyone they brought Robin up. I stand up and the teammates stand up. That Bruce just come up there. You must see that Bruce warm up.
After warm up. Intense.
I don't think I can do that. That's not normal. That's not normal.
That's like
That time it was still rubbery and
Robin by Bayern.
yeah, just them two, you know.
Yeah.
That will come up. You know that Rani
Yeah, we catch him.
cut him against the bar, man. God damn.
Messi Ronaldo.
Hey,
Messi Ronaldo.
Messi
of
Ronaldo.
course Ronaldo.
Unbiased opinion.
No,
Unbiased.
I like Messi, you know, but for me, honestly, and don't take it offensive, he's a system player, man.
Okay.
Ronaldo is, you know, if you think about his career, where he went, what he did, all those things. I'm not saying Messi is a brilliant player, but if I lean to because of my lifestyle,
I understand fully.
whatever
I get you. I get
you
you.
know. So yeah.
But look here. If you're top learner at school, no? Let's say you're top learner, why go to a different school? Like Messi, for example, why go to a different club?
You can even use a manager as example. Ferguson.
I know what you mean. I never said he must go to. I'm saying he's a system player.
Okay.
He needs players that plays around him in order
Okay.
to make him shine. To protect him. If I can put it that way.
Yeah, but if he's gonna win the game, then you'll do it.
No, that's why players play that way.
Yes,
People think,
definitely, yeah.
But look where he's playing now.
Yes.
He had to bring some of his old buddies
Yeah.
over.
That guy,
You got us, eh?
that guy's playing dirty now.
Yeah, it's facts.
Xavi or Iniesta?
Oh, that one is hard.
No explanation. You can just give a name.
Can I go both?
Nah, you pick one.
Nah, choose one.
Don't sit on the
Iniesta.
fence. Don't sit on the Iniesta.
Iniesta.
Nah, equality, bro. Last question before we wrap up. Why do you think youngsters become gangsters?
Wow, that's a difficult question.
Let's use Manenberg in today's life.
I
Why do you still become gangsters?
I think personally, you see, poverty have a major impact on whatever happens in ghetto areas. The need for something, the need for love, the need for attention. You find in a lot of these houses, parents that attention is not even given to the children. So what they do, they go outside, they get more attention by the body, more attention by this one. The other one again joined for because he wants to be the guy. Like I said earlier, he wants to show the other person that I can do this to you, which is the wrong mentality. And then you get the one that's joined. He wants to have something that he can say it's his, it's mine. Because at his home he doesn't even have his own room. So for him to say this is my Jordan, it's my Nike, my car, it's gonna build his character. So I think they join for things.
Whatever.
It depends on the person,
And then one more question. Will United be relegated this season? That's the 12 part. Cheers!